Picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore.
Well, hello and greetings. It is a bonus day on this long weekend report. We had a long weekend last weekend because of the Martin Luther King holiday, and I just noticed this is not a flattering angle for me. And we're getting a long bonus weekend this weekend. It's completely weather related. Now we had what is called, or we're having today, this is Friday, what is called a snow event or a weather event. And let me show you just how little it takes to cancel everything in North Carolina. Okay, and here it is. You can see this tiny bit of precipitation on the back deck. Nothing to write home about, particularly if your home is anywhere north of, let's say the Mason-Dixon line. But what you don't see, you can hear. And I'll shut up for a second. What you're hearing is tiny little ice pellets hitting the ground, and while they are not particularly spectacular to look at, they are putting a glaze on everything, and what you get out of that is ice. It's just ice covering, and the result of that is everything shuts down because we're in North Carolina where we have no snow or ice removal equipment. The biggest piece of equipment that's yellow around here is the sun, and the sun is nowhere to be seen. So that's the state, so we get Friday off. Well, as I've said and tried to show you a little bit, the small pellets of ice that are coming from the sky have essentially brought at least central North Carolina to a screeching halt. And it's Friday anyway, so we're just going to call it an early start to the week. Now, unfortunately, that also means I can't get out to get any more supplies. So I'm going to have to work with what I have on hand. And we are back to our friend Yorick here. We are back to buttoning up the cabin and starting to junk it up and make some props and stuff to get this ready to close. I have decided on adding another lighting circuit or another switch, since I have room in that button bay, to kind of redistribute some of the lighting that I've got going on so that I can have more control over what things get lit when. Let's see, since the last time you've seen this, one second, I have worked on the lighting a little bit in the food slot. Come on, there you go. In the food slot area. I don't know how well that is showing. Yeah, you can see the food slot replicator has got the lights going on in it as well. So I've added some to that. And that's kind of put a close to the fiber optic because they are pretty jam-packed under there. I talked a lot about putting a winky or a blinky inside here, so I'm going to look at how feasible that actually is to do. It seemed a lot easier than it did before I actually looked at the nuts and bolts of what it would take to do it. So I'm going to revisit that concept this weekend and get another light in behind the food slot. And I've not quite given up on the light to light up those round bits inside the center consoles, but I just need to figure out how I could do that without light leaking everywhere where I don't want it to go. So that's the issue there. So it's down to painting some details and maybe working on some bedding and bunking and other trashing of the cabin this weekend. Well, this is the problem, ladies and gentlemen. If you look out here, oh, it looks lovely. Sure, it seems like it's everything you'd want it to be. But what it is about 1/4 of an inch of ice covering everything. Here, let me show you close up. That's, you can see the hanging down. Very lovely to look at. But here in North Carolina, we're just not geared to deal with anything with this. So the short, long, here's some lovely icicles. Watch it, they'll put your eye out. The long and short of it is, I've been without power since 10:30 of last night. It's very cold in my house, so I'm going over to my sister's to warm up and shower and all that stuff. That's why you're not seeing me on camera, because I've not showered. No model work is being done this weekend, and this is the reason why. So we'll see how the rest of the weekend goes, but I'm not anticipating seeing anything more than this. So use this as your lovely test pattern or desktop or, you know, little screensaver, but you won't be getting any modeling out of me this weekend. I have just stepped back into my house. You'll notice it is 46 degrees in it right now. Actually, it should be like that because that's about 45 degrees. But it's 46 degrees in my house, and now we start the long process of warming up. And hello, I am back. My hat is off. My hat is on because I have not had a shower in a couple of days, and I don't need you to see this, and you don't want to see this. I'm back in my own home. How about that? It is freezing cold. It's 46 degrees. I got the heat on and I'm warming it back up, trying to get back to some semblance of normalcy just in time to go back to work tomorrow. How about that? So another weekend's worth of work shot to hell. I'll try to put 2 pieces of something together today just so I can say I did something